So congratulations to Zimbabwe. Now this is going to be an interesting confrontation between Canada and Georgia. Canada had to pre-qualify for Moscow. Having done so, they beat their near neighbours and fellow qualifiers, the US of A, earlier today by 15-14 to give themselves a fighting chance of progressing to the Cup quarter-finals. Well, Georgia lost both games in pool play, and they'll be looking for their first win, but having defeated the US of A, Canada know exactly what they need to do, because New Zealand will be the opponents of the USA in the last game of the pool stage. Georgia, well, they're looking for their first win in 2013, but they've shown glimpses that they are making progress with tries against the USA and New Zealand. Canada, led by Nathan Hirayama, he'll draw on the experience of Phil Mack and Kieran Hearn, two veterans of Canadian Sevens rugby, to put them on the front foot. From France then, our referee is Mr. Alex Ruiz, and I'm joined again by Carl Tinana. And Geraint John will have told his Canadian team exactly what is expected and required of them here. They need to rattle up the scores, really, to give themselves a chance of progressing through to the Cup quarter-finals.
Exactly right, Win. And Georgia's shown that they are proficient in the contact area, so that's a place that the Canadians really will have to dominate. They're going to have any chance of racking up a high number.
There's some big men in this Georgian squad. Merab Kvirikashvili, he's got a try in each game against the USA and against New Zealand. So they're quite capable of scoring tries. Are the Lilosh of Georgia. This is the captain of Canada, Nate Hirayama. John Moonlight from the James Bay Athletic Club and Ontario Blues. Kieran Hearn, veteran of many Canada campaign over the years, but look at the Georgians getting right in amongst the Canadians early on. Georgi Pruidz to Zneladze, and this is a try for Kvirikashvili. Keeps up his record of scoring in each pool match. Over 70 tests in 15s for Georgia. A fifth try in his career, his third here in Moscow.
We just gave him a wrap and he turns up right at the right time. This Kvirikashvili knows how to score, when to be there. It's a sign of a good player.
He started his career at scrum half, but found his path blocked by Sam Kharadze, who's also in this 7 squad. So he moved to fly half, and now he's got over 70 tests to his name. He's got a third try this weekend, and he's added a conversion. And Georgia lead Canada by 7 points to 0. Good restart. Claimed by Canada. Taylor Paris, one of the youngsters in this Canadian squad, the youngest perhaps at 20 years of age, from Barrie, Ontario. But a veteran in sevens terms. He's been on the circuit for the last 3 years or so. John Moonlight, over halfway, helped by Tyson de Goody, wearing 2. Again, sweeping it out into midfield. Nathan Hirayama dodges the first tackle, does well. Canada through Phil Mack. That's de Goody once more. Canada making slow progress here, but they're retaining possession through Kieran Hearn. No way through this time, though, for the man from the Castaway Wanderers. He's the man that plays his winter rugby for the Castaway Wanderers on the West Coast and the Rocks St John's, Newfoundland in the summer.
Good structure on defence there by Georgia. I spoke about how they love the contact area, and there you could see, I think it was the try scorer too, Kvirikashvili was in there. There was 3 in fact for Georgia. Able to affect their turnover. Such a naturally strong team. Played against them on many occasions. The Georgians never give up to, so you've always got to do the basics well.
It's doing it all the time. It's doing it all the time, so you have to start.
Kvirikashvili. Good work by him in applying the pressure on Harry Jones. Well, then the gap going to open up here. Canada look a bit thin on the wide outside as Hirayama offloads to Kieran Hearn, they've got Sean Duke as well on the bench, a prolific try scorer. They'll bring him on before the end of the match, I'm sure of that. But Canada still looking for that elusive first score. And Georgia have Mack well covered, but the scrum half has got away this time. Now then, the men outside queuing up here. Nathan Hirayama, the goodie, one more pass. Oh, that pass had to be made by Taylor Paris. The opportunity was there. There was a man in space, but it's still on for Canada as they bring it over here to the left-hand side. And surely this time the try must come, as it does for Kieran Hearn.
That's a hard try there for Canadians. You're right, Win. They should have got it on the previous occasion. There was numbers there, basic football. They've done everything well, set it up. And they haven't given the last pass, so they had to work hard, get back, drop in, bring it right across this near side of the field where Kieran Hearn had kept the space, kept the width. The ball will always beat the man. On that occasion, Canadians doing it well.
So kick from the near touchline. Nathan Hirayama with his best effort. So Georgia still hold a 2-point advantage then.
Guy for me though, Win, is the secret for Canada. Nathan Hirayama really does need to step up.
Phil Mack over the years has been the playmaker, and there he is wearing 7. Construction worker, and for a long time the face of Canadian 7s as well. Nathan Hirayama, 25-year-old. Georgia's so strong where wrestling is the major sport, of course. But they've shown already that they can play some decent rugby if they get quick and clean possession. It's going to be advantage here for Georgia for the offside. Kvirikashvili, the try scorer. Mr. Ruiz was waiting for advantage. Here come the Georgians again with just 40-odd seconds remaining of the first half. Can they get a second try now? Then there is a man over here. The pass from Sam Karadze out to Georgi Pruidze. The kick, the chase, the try. Excellent work by Georgia, keeping their cool in the heat of the day. And Georgi Pruidze, the man from the Ayakutaisi club, gets a valuable score.
Yeah, brilliant work there. Realised that the sweeper had come up, and Pruidze again using his right foot to kick it back infield, to pick up and put down right on the stroke of half time. Good work, Georgia.
Pruidze certainly proving his worth. He came in late to the squad, replacing the original choice, Irakli Mahkaneli, who was injured against Uruguay recently in the Tbilisi Cup. Played for the first time a couple of weeks ago. So the second time of asking Kvirikashvili eyes the posts, and for an international fly half, we'd expect him to slot those over. And Canada, well, they'll have to regroup and think again, because at half-time, Georgia lead by 14-5.
Well, well-deserved lead from Georgia too, you'd have to say. Really have came back and made the run and play the Canadians. Well, they've had opportunities, missed them as we go into their huddle.
Get up and we're facing them, we're alert. And we're talking, we're helping each other. We're waiting for somebody to make things happen.
Geraint John is the coach of Canada.
Have a little bit more energy and positiveness here.
A much relieved man in Glasgow on the HSBC circuit, the penultimate competition tournament in the series, when Canada secured co-status again for next year. Delighted. Kaka Alanya, his job is to keep his charges under control here, because they could be looking at a famous victory.
Isn't it great to see, though, when the difference in huddles of different countries and how they express themselves and how they get their messages across? I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, Kaka Alanya, former centre for Georgia with 25 caps, tests to his name, and his assistant is Jim Saladze, who played inside him at outside half, so they know what Sams is all about. Creative influences for so long for Georgia in midfield at 15s.
Whilst Garrett John, the Canadian coach, I wouldn't have Sean Duke too far away from getting onto this field. Really was a standout in Canada's effort against the USA.
Yeah, good call there. Nanyak Dala as well, who claimed that vital score in Glasgow, which secured a place for Canada in the Cup quarter-finals. But more importantly, saw them retain core status. That try was claimed against Samoa. It was a rare victory for Canada, but well deserved. And that, to all intents and purposes, may well have been their cup final, because they come here without two star players in Taylor Adron and Jeff Hassler, who've joined the Ospreys region in Wales recently. That's good news for them and for Canadian rugby as well. And we've had the Pacific Rim competition recently, where one or two Canadian players have been injured. So Garrett John, it's been a nail-biting time for him really in recent weeks.
An opportunity here to the Canadians start to the half. They really need to take full toll of it. Very deep.
Big John Moonlight goes down against Rivas Gigauri. The advantage quickly taken here by Canada. A mistake by the veteran Kieran Hearn. But again, we must emphasize that the temperatures are pretty high out there on the pitch, on the park, on the paddock, call it what you will. 32 degrees at the last time I checked. Third game for both these teams, and they'll earn a well-deserved rest in their last game of the day. Kolelishvili, veteran of the 2009 Rugby World Cup. Canada up against it here. The kick and the chase and the late charge. Surely spotted by referee Ruiz. And I suspect, in fact, I'm almost certain it'll be a yellow card.
Taylor Paris is the one. I think the defender doesn't have to move there. Taylor Paris has ran into him and he's been given a yellow card, unfortunately. Look, he doesn't move. Braces himself a little bit, but he can keep his own ground.
So Canada come again. They have a one-man advantage now, and the try must surely come over in the corner. It's Nate Hirayama who claims it after good work by Kieran Hearn, drawing the man, releasing his captain, and Canada are back in the hunt.
It just shows you your discipline has to be at a premium. The Canadians take full toll with a numerical advantage. Great work, and they needed to too. They had to be the first scorers after half-time. Kieran Hearn, the great pass, little stop and go by Nate Hirayama, and there's the strength to get over. Sean Duke has not gone onto the field.
Mistake from a distance.
Well, we spoke about the change that needed to be made, and it has been, and he made an immediate impact. Nanyak Dala, as you called it, win has also been put on.
So a little more urgency now than luck of the bounce there for Canada. Still trailed by a converted try. Here goes Dala. He can go all the way himself, just as he did against Samoa in Glasgow. A couple of months ago, Nanyak Dala brings Canada back within 2 points.
There's no substitute for experience. I've brought two big guns on here of Canada, and they've scored 2 tries in as many minutes. Watch them here from the base of the ruck. The dummy and the go. Immediate impact. Great work from Nanyak Dala.
Yeah, young man born in Jos, Nigeria. Nanyak Dala. 20 events on the HSBC Sams World Circuit. Another veteran of the RWC Sams campaign in Dubai 4 years ago. To 14 then. Mack checks in the pace, bringing in the big man, John Moonlight, second in 2, and possibly 3 Georgian defenders there. They look to counteract Dala, just has a quick look himself. Strong running from Harry Jones, the University of British Columbia. Canada have men over here. making the numerical advantage count once again as Justin Douglas is over, but the flag is in the air, so he'll be denied.
Scrambled well in the end to Georgia. Looked like for all money that Canada were going to be over in the corner. He drifts off. Does the Georgian defence? They see it here. That was close, but must be a good shot of it, Win. Left foot in. Ooh, right foot. Left foot, yeah. Good call.
Georgia, having led early on, find themselves behind as Mike Fulifau wears one and comes on for the Canadians. Still time, still plenty of time. And Georgia back to a full complement. Yeah, I'm just checking my scores and just confirmation that it's 19-14. So it's still a one-score game. Over the top it goes. Could be anybody's ball here, but it's snapped up there immediately by Canada, and they go further into the lead, courtesy of that try for the newcomer Mike Fulifau, Canadian under-20s representative. First season on the circuit.
Miscommunication at the throw there. Nate Hidiyama just bats it back, and Mike Fulifau comes on. And the replacements really have made a difference in the second half for Canada. All three that have been introduced have come away with points.
Again, John using his bench well here. Advantage suddenly is 12 points, 26-14, but the Georgians aren't done yet with less than 2 minutes to go. It's not impossible. Piling into the contact area, Bakva Kobachidze. Big man Kvirikashvili in midfield. Was he taken off the ball?
No.
Ball knocked forward.
Knock on.
So advantage Canada.
Red ball.
And they'll want to score at least one more try before the referee blows the final whistle.
Number.
Just shows you how important discipline is. In the case of Georgia, one moment of ill discipline has cost them this game. Unfortunate for them, but the Canadians just a bit too classy in the depth of their squad.
Number one, what? Okay.
The clock is stopped for replacements to come on. Georgi Jimshladze comes on wearing 2 for Georgia, taking his place in the middle of that scrum. And Lucas Hammond is on as well for Canada. He wears 8. So just under a minute and a half to go then. That's Hammond, the replacement. Alex Ruiz just waiting for advantage, which will go in Georgia's favour.
Yeah, the Canadians will be pretty happy. I think they're going to get away with a win here, and that will be first and foremost in their minds.
Yeah, just to reiterate again, it's the pool winners that are guaranteed of their place in the Cup quarter-finals, and teams like Canada might have to wait and hope that other results go their way if they are to be one of the 2 best runners-up. But Georgia come again and breathe life into this match. Will they? Oh, I'm sure. There was a foot in touch. Yeah, confirmed by the referee's assistant. The flag is in the air, but a valiant effort there from Georgia.
Wouldn't mind seeing that again, Win. Here he is, the number 11, Gega Nava. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the stadium announcers called the try, but on this occasion, he, rather than the commentator, has made a mistake. Canada, just 20 seconds. They will win. Can they get one more score? That is the only question. They have the ball behind their own try line. It's going to be from coast to coast if it comes, but Georgia snap it up right at the death here. I think it may have been Alexander Tudua.
What did you see?
Straight drop pass here, lack of skills here by Justin Douglas. Defensive finish by the number 7, Uriah Tudua.
In English, try or try for you? Okay, thank you. Time on, please.
So Georgia, is there time for the restart? That is the question. There goes the hooter. Worms to Ruiz calls time. And Canada, by the skin of their teeth, have defeated Georgia. But what a cracking match it was, and what a tremendous effort from the Georgians, who led at the break, but those decisive substitutions from Geraint John has seen Canada come out on top with a final and full-time score which reads Canada 26, Georgia 19.